Oh, here we are. My gosh, look at that. We've been talking actually behind the camera. And we had for our first segment Mr. Kurt J. Hoyer, press attaché and spokesperson of the U.S. Embassy. And with our second segment, we have two gentlemen with us here tonight, friends. And immediately to my left is Mr. Kirk Philip Emperado. He is the incumbent president of the Silliman University Student Government, fresh from his stint in the so-called MILE program of Nestle, which means, MILE means Management Immersion for Leadership Excellence Program for 2015. And Mr. Emperado made it as one of 30 delegates and the only one from Negros Oriental and one of only two coming from the Visayas. Hello, Kirk, and you can greet our televiewers. A good evening.
Hi, Ma'am Hinove. It's good to be back here at hashtag SU.
Yes.
And although I'm not feeling well tonight,
my gosh,
I can't say no to hashtag SU.
Definitely. And you're also the president of Student
Of the SUSGN, the
and
League of Student Governments of Negros
Governments as
Oriental.
well. Yeah, so we hope you will be well. You will be well after the program. And with Kirk and myself, friends, is another individual who has actually been very, very busy over the last 2 weeks. And now I think he can heave a sigh of relief. But not exactly, because after all, the athletics program at Silliman University is ongoing for the entire school year. Professor Dionisio Nino Pinheiro is here with us, friends, and he is our athletics director, fresh from the successful holding of the Intramurals 2015. Hello, Sir Nino.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Yes, and we pulled you out from our Christmas party of the College of Education.
Yes.
But just like Kurt here, you cannot say no to hashtag SU. I'll ask Sir Nino first. Sir Nino, how has it been for our intrams? Did we make it? I think the College of Masscom made it. Number 2.
I think this year, the intramural 2015 was very, very exciting, fun, and more enjoyable to, especially to the students, because actually the intrams is solely for the students' participation and performance.
Including, Sir Nin, including our graduate students, right?
Also,
graduate,
yes, ma'am.
And I saw, especially from the reactions, no? And I have sensed and observed, especially the reactions coming from our students, that they practically enjoyed the 5 or 6 day intramurals, because after all, it's part of our mandate in the university, right? That we also have this as part of our, like, ano ba to? Yung
Yes,
mga
ma'am.
sport.
This is called
Yes.
their constructive environment as a result of what they have learned from their basic physical education classes.
But aside from this, ano yun, sir?
Constructed environment. Constructive environment.
Okay. As a result of what
they have learned from
their
the basic PE classes.
PE classes. However, we have various categories for the intramurals this year. Has it been any different from the intramural games of the previous years?
Yes, ma'am. This year, there are more participation coming from the colleges. They signify, especially all the events, they really put some players. I call them players, not athletes.
Yes, okay, players, yes.
Yes,
okay, that's good. What is the difference between players
Because
and
if you will say players, they're just playing for fun and for the benefit of a healthy lifestyle.
Okay.
While if we are going to talk about athletes, these are students who are receiving benefits from the university.
Like scholarships.
Yeah, like student grant and aid.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, and we have that, right?
We have that in our university.
Yes, and we have many athletes who are actually recipients of these grants in aid.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So in other words, Sir Nin, the athletes, so-called athletes, no, are not allowed to participate in the intramurals?
All varsity players, varsity athletes are allowed to play in other events, not in their own event that they are engaged in.
Okay, so for example, if I am an athlete in swimming,
you will have to find another event.
Okay, so I should not join the
Swimming
event.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's fair enough, for everybody. The School of Basic Education, I believe, also participated.
Yes, ma'am. Together with the College of Education.
Yes, yes.
Combined.
Yes, College of Education team. So today, in this year's intramural games, we have seen a more active participation among all colleges.
All colleges.
Okay.
From the graduate school to medicine.
Oh, even the medical school,
yes, ma'am,
huh?
the medical school.
Oh, so practically all academic units. And as you had mentioned, they fielded players in practically all the events.
All the events. They fielded all players with the events that is being showcased during the intramural games.
Yes, and which college won as our champion?
6 feet by the College of Business Administration, followed by the College of Education and School of Basic Education, then the College of Engineering and Design, and then the College of Arts and Sciences.
Okay, so CBA is first, followed by College of Education, School of Basic Education. Third is College of Engineering and Design, and fourth is
CAS, the College of Arts and
College
Sciences.
of Arts and Sciences.
So the College of Business Administration received the perpetual trophy
because they have been the champion.
They've been the champion for 6 consecutive years.
Oh, so that's why you said, no, 6 feet.
6 feet.
6 feet for the College of Business Administration. Can you imagine? And Kirk here belongs to the College of Business Administration. Yes, the home of champions. And our neighbor, our neighbor in the College of Masscom. So as always, we say, we are neighbors with the champions. Yes, okay, great. Now, Kirk, you're fresh from your salamat kaayo, ha, Mr. Pinheiro, for shedding light. But of course, we can always go back to you later on for some more questions. But I'd like to ask Kirk here because he is fresh from his stint from the MILE, no? The Management Immersion for Leadership Excellence Program 2015, and this is actually sponsored by Nestle. Kirk, may I ask you, how did you get into the program yourself? Did you apply for it? Were you sent a letter? Was it your own initiative, or were you recruited?
Actually, ma'am, I knew about the program last year because also a fellow Silimanian got in this program. The name of Zevi Marquez, also a management student. And this year, Nestle Philippines had their road show at the Audiovisual Theater last July, and then they introduced us what's Nestle Mile, and then actually the application process is very easy. You just have to pass your resume, but of course you need to pass a very comprehensive resume because you need to stand out among all other students in the country. So if they are interested in your application, then they will call you. I got several phone interviews after I submitted my resume. If I can recall, the deadline for the resume was September 7, and then 3 weeks after, I got a call from Nestle Philippines.
So out of the 30, this is actually the short list already, right? The final list of participants, 30. But originally, how many participated?
Based on the certificate that I've received, ma'am, there are almost 700 plus applicants who applied for this year's program.
Okay, all over the country.
All over the country.
Okay. Did you also undergo, aside from the phone interview, were you also subjected to examinations or something?
After the first interview was more on confirmation of the details on my resume, and the second interview was actually a 30-minute interview with the HR department. I guess getting to know and of course testing my skills in business and as well as your leadership skills. They want to affirm on that. And lastly, for me, one of the most challenging part of the application was when I was asked to fly to Makati, Makati Administrative Office, as they call it, MAO, the Nestle Administrative Office in Makati. So they call it business simulation. So it's actually at that moment, we're already cut down to 60 applicants. So we're grouped into 10 members per group, and the challenge is that I didn't even know who are my group mates. So I've got to compete with other schools, top schools in Manila, De La Salle, Ateneo, and UP, and of course, Silliman University. And during the business simulation, to be honest, I was actually late because my flight was 10 a.m. and then I reached Manila by 11, and then my appointment will be at 12 noon. So you still have to ride the taxi.
Yes, exactly.
So I did not take my lunch actually during the business simulation. So what happened during the business simulation is that you get to choose among Nestle products. I know some of you are particular of the products of Nestle. So we get to choose of the products of Nestle, and we get to innovate or create a new brand for Nestle. So you get to work with other students, and the challenge to that, again, I didn't know them, their personality. So one thing I've learned also is that you should learn how to deal with other people, because somehow it's pressure on my part, because we're in a boardroom, and in front of you are Nestle executives. They are there to observe what you are doing, what you have contributed on that business simulation, and they're also from Nestle, or going around listening to what you are talking about, what you are listing, or what you're writing there. So it's a pressure. Somehow it's like a room filled with CCTV cameras, or with Nestle executives. So
all listening and like evaluating or assessing how you have performed. Now, this is open to all business students.
Not just business students.
Not just business students.
To mass communication students and engineering students as well.
All fields of endeavor.
All fields of endeavor. But
Okay.
preferably mass comm, business, and engineering. Industrial engineering.
Okay, so I thought that it was more helpful because you are a management
It's an
student.
advantage on my part, actually.
Okay, yeah. The business simulation, actually, can you use it even after you are done with the MILE program? Or did Nestle adapt it?
I think Nestle adapted as part of the process of choosing who among. Because after the business simulation from 60,
Yes.
and then that's their way of determining the top 30 students.
I see, okay. The reason why I ask that is usually big firms or big groups or big organizations, or in fact big corporations like Nestle undergo such a program, particularly to spot talented individuals or potential individuals who can join actually their company. Was there something of that sort that was said to you, Kirk?
Yeah, actually, Nestle Mile is the premier. It's not just a leadership program, but it's a recruitment program of Nestle to search for outstanding students around the country to become future leaders of Nestle Philippines via the corporate management trainee. So, God forbid, maybe I'll be asked to join
the company. Yes. I think Nestle, well, of course, they're not advertising with us, no? But Nestle is also very big on corporate social responsibility, right? And this is, I think, one way by which they can give back to the community what they have actually garnered in terms of their products, in terms of their services, and so on.
Actually, the entire program was more on for us to know Nestle's way of doing business. So during the first day, if I can recall, we were introduced to Nestle's 5 mega brands. So I'm actually advertising right now. Can I mention the brands? Milo, Nescafe, Chucky, Maggi, and those mega brands, and Bear Brand as well.
That's why you call it mega.
Mega brands. Those are billion-dollar brands of Nestle. And also, I've also experienced, I've also went to Lipa. We visited
Batangas.
Lipa, Batangas. We visited the Lipa Integrated Coffee Center, where Nescafe is there, and of course there are a lot of farmers in LICC, as they call it, LICC, Lipa Integrated Coffee Center.
Yes. In fact, if you can hold up a copy of Island News, yes, Kirk is actually featured here as one of our young achievers, and Island News comes out every week. So I think the entire page is devoted to Kirk. There you are, no? I think the photos are quite clear enough. Yeah, the participation of your fellow delegates, and then I think where you were, this was when the certificate was handed to you, right?
This was in Discovery Primea.
Yes, okay.
We get the chance to talk with the Nestle executive.
Yes. And then the other one was when you went to the coffee farm.
Yeah, that's in Lipa.
In Lipa, Batangas. Yes, great experience for Kirk. And we hope that our other students as well in Silliman can join. Yes.
Next year.
Yes,
Nestle
year.
Mile 2016.
Nestle Mile 2016. Yes, I hope they can watch out for the announcements. Yes. Sir Nino, we might as well ask Nestle to like sponsor.
Yeah, actually,
yeah, di ba?
Actually, I
we
talked
can.
to Sir Nino, Milo. Milo is very interested.
Exactly, oo. Because they have products that are also geared towards healthy lifestyle and sports and others. Sir Nin.
Yeah, that was our initial discussion with the SUSG president.
Really?
That
Oo.
next year, hopefully, we can have some sponsors during the intramural games that the athletics department will not go into the getting of the sponsorship. So it must be the students themselves, because my mindset of intramural games is solely for the students. So the student government should be involved in everything. Mine is only manning, supervising, controlling, everything. But in terms of sponsorships, I told Kirk, you can do that one.
Okay. But we did not do that this year.
This year, not. We will still ask permission from the administration.
Yes, okay. But perhaps by next year, we can consider that possibility, right?
Yes.
Oh, and then that could be your legacy, Kirk, because you will soon be graduating, right? Yes. I have a question here for Mr. Pinheiro,
Yes,
and this
ma'am.
actually involves our recently concluded intramurals. There have been observations that some athletes from the School of Basic Education actually played the game where they're supposed to be. It's like it's their primary game. So like for example, badminton. So they played also in that same event or category.
Most of the high school players are playing in their own field because they are not considered as varsity athletes. Our definition in the intramural handbook, our varsity players are college students. So they are allowed to play in their own event. But in our initial meeting with the tournament managers and coaches, I told them this is a gentleman's agreement that when you field players, there must be also a college player that will be in tandem or fielded if it is an individual or a team events. So that was our gentleman's agreement before the intramural game started.
Which means, for example, let's try to clarify this a bit, no? Which means that if I am a player or athlete, let us say athlete from the School of Basic Education, I have to have someone from the college.
Yes, that is supposed to be done.
Okay.
I saw it in in many team events. Coaches are doing the 5-in, 5-out for players. So I think they are following, and we understood each other about our gentleman's agreement.
Oh, yes, very good, very good. You know, even if you say, Sir Nino, that the participation has really been very extensive today,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
even if you say that this is supposed to be pure, clean fun,
Yes.
promoting a healthy lifestyle, you know, you cannot really avoid it if there are some academic units. Kami nga in MASCOM, we're very competitive, ha? We would like to win the games, ha? Oh, you cannot help it, but have some other academic units really fight it out. Oh. But I think it's still...
This is what I
Yeah.
emphasized during our meeting with the tournament managers and
Yes,
coaches, that as much as possible, do not integrate competition. This is purely fun and enjoyment and observing a healthy lifestyle for our students.
Okay.
This is not for coaches because this is not a qualifying event.
Okay.
After the intramural game, where are we going? Back to the classroom.
Back to the classroom, yeah, because it's part of our calendar, right?
Yes,
the
ma'am.
intramural. So it's like classes also, but we just go out into the field or swim or where else?
Because after you leave the halls of Silliman, you will still go back to what you have played during your college days.
Okay.
Because you will remember that you were enjoying, you were really having a good time with your teammates, or maybe with your coach-student teammate.
Yeah.
Because I've emphasized that students must be the one coaching. Because in our intramural handbook, coach should be student, faculty, and staff. So meaning to say, if you are planning to coach a college, you must be a student
Or a faculty
or a
staff.
faculty and a staff. But specifically, you are a student. Because this is not for the coach. This is not for the trainers. If you are not a Silimanian, you just be a spectator. You cannot coach. Because if you help coach the student, you are not giving them the opportunity to learn. So I stressed that out in one of my interviews with the Weekly Silimanian that this is for the students and not for faculty and staff.
Yes, and these are not for professional coaches. That's what you mean,
This
right?
is not their arena.
Okay,
This is not their
they
arena.
can watch, but they can be spectators.
Yes.
They can be guests.
Yes.
But not to coach, like really coach the teams.
Definitely no.
Okay. So in other words, what if I am a student who is not exactly very confident about my coaching skills? Okay lang.
You have your teammates from your
okay.
from your event or
Yes.
from where you are engaged
Okay.
in.
Or I may have my teachers and
Yes.
some staff members from Siliman itself.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Supposed to be every event, if they're playing, there must be the presence of a faculty or staff. But the one coaching is the student.
You know, it also promotes, aside from good, clean, fun, healthy lifestyle, it also promotes camaraderie, no?
Yes, ma'am,
closeness, closeness among everybody.
Everyone.
Yes, faculty, staff, students alike. But I like the way you put it, Sir Nin, that this is not a qualifying event.
This is not a qualifying.
After the intramurals, I will not become an athlete also, right? I will go back to the classroom if I am a student, right?
Yes, definitely, ma'am.
I am not going to the Olympics anyway, no? Yeah, but the competition, I think, even if you say that it's not exactly a competition, I think the competition sets in because there is the first, the champion, second, third, and fourth, no?
Yes, because we are also trying to eliminate the word eliminated.
Ay, oh my gosh, oo. Parang very familiar yan
Yes,
sa amin,
ma'am.
no? Why do you say so, sir?
Because
eliminated.
eliminated from the game. Which is, it's not really an acceptable term to be used during intramural games. They will have to say we are just not so lucky this year.
Ay, wow. But just the same.
Tangible comments.
Okay, very good. So it's not like what is our standing now? We have been eliminated. No, you just don't
No,
say that.
yeah.
No?
We are not just lucky.
Yes, we're not lucky. I like that. No, or we were
Yes.
unfortunate. Or no, maybe that's
So
not even good.
I'm trying to change the
Mindset, maybe.
the mindset or the experiences. Nga, not like before the intramural games, there is that competition, hungry for winning. No, it's not. It's not the matter of winning and losing the game,
Yes.
but it's how you play the game.
How you play the
That's
game.
a quotation, ma'am.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I think I saw that at the gymnasium.
That is, yes, at the gymnasium.
Yeah, very good. The participation, Kirk, of the students has actually been enormous, right? Coming from the student government president. Very good, no?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, this year, we worked hand in hand with Sir Pinheiro in coming up with a very successful intramurals. And after the awarding ceremony, we had a unity party, of course, for the first time.
For the first time. Immediately after the
that-
awarding last Saturday,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
That was for everybody.
Yes.
So winners and ano yun? Winners and
It's for everyone.
Wala
Winners.
na.
Wala na.
We eliminate now the winners and non-winners. It doesn't matter anymore. So long as you are in one arena, one venue, and you have all enjoyed yourselves. Yeah. I noticed also, Kirk and Nino, before the intramural games or before the second semester sets in, I see many students actually like practicing, like running, and making sure that their stamina is up in preparation for the intramural games. No, I think this is where the spirit of competition comes in, but healthy competition.
Yeah, the enthusiasm to play, just to showcase their performance skills in a particular event, which is also good.
Yeah, which is very good, huh? Oh, it's not exactly competition, but the enthusiasm for them to play. Very good.
Yes.
What are our plans? The few minutes that we have left, what are our plans for next year? Can you reveal it?
Pwede na ba?
Pwede pa? Not yet. Ayaw lang sa. But
we
practically the same
are
events.
trying for next year. The preparation starts with the intramural handbook. We will be trying to revisit the handbook together with Dr. Kalingasyon and the SUSG president, and then with the presence also of the vice president for academic affairs, that there are some things to be changed and improved so that our intramural handbook will be well defined with the students in the campus or in the university.
So that will be for next year.
For next year.
Second semester of next year. So in
Yes.
other words, we have a separate handbook devoted solely for the intramural games. Ay, that's good. Oh, at least it can streamline our rules as well as other procedures.
Yes.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah. And then for Kirk, so good luck, Sir Nino, no, being our athletics director.
Can I say thank you to
Of
the
course.
people behind
Yeah, please do, please do.
working the
this is your
intramural
opportunity.
2015?
Yes, please do.
First of all, I would like to extend my gratitude of thanks to the faculty and staff of the Physical Education Department, the PE majors, Dr. Kalingasyon, the administration, the Silliman Red Cross Youth, the Silliman Rescue Team, and of course, the Silliman University Student Government for helping me and the intramural games, and the students who are very involved in the games and all the preparations made during this event. Many, many thanks to all of you.
Yes, congratulations and thank you very much to everyone who made our intramural games a big success. And Kirk, coming from the Silliman University Student Government, in not too many words, your last words for our televiewers and to your student community, the academic community.
To all students in Silliman, I keep on saying thank you to all of you for supporting our for supporting our events, and as well as the recently concluded intramurals, and continue to support our programs. And it's my it's my last 3 months here in the university.
In Silliman? Oh,
yeah, in Silliman.
Last 3 months in Silliman.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, of course. Because I'll be graduating soon, and it was a wonderful year for me.
Oh, definitely.
In the student government. So, and I hope whoever will replace me, he will continue to do great and to continue the programs that we've started in the student government.
Yes, exactly. So thank you very much once again, Mr. Kirk Philip Emperado, Silliman University Student Government, and Professor Junicio Nino Pinheiro, our Athletics Director of Silliman University. And thank you also to our Com36 TV production students for their assistance. Maybe by next episode, they will now take over from where we are, and hope you will watch out for some more surprises, especially coming from our Com36 students. So this has been Cecil Henove bidding everyone a pleasant evening. Once again, catch us on YouTube. Where else? On Twitter, I think. I wonder. Facebook and everywhere else. Thank you very much to Wow Them Boutique for my outfit tonight. Thank you. See you all next Monday.